Hi everyone, welcome to VSHRESTA Academy for Civil Services and Law. CLAT 2024 forms have been out, exam date is on December 3rd, and we are getting a lot of queries with respect to how exactly the application process has to be filled. We are going to discuss about the entire application process. Firstly, visit the NLU Consortium website. Click on CLAT 2024 and register yourself. The first thing which you have to do is you have to get registered. You have to be registered. Once you are registered, once the registration process has been done, go to the process of filling the application form. In this application form, you have around five different parts which you have to fill. The first one is your personal information, in which you will be filling your name, the date of birth. You have to upload your photograph. Have a decent photograph with a, you can say a white background and a decent photograph which you will be using it even for the other examination entrances too. Then you have to fill in your you can say gender, the NRI preference list. Now here one important column which you should definitely fill is that go for marking on the NRA sponsored NRA. Do you have any NRA sponsored category, or do you wish to apply in NRA sponsored? Please do have a tick mark on it. We do not know what exactly happens at the last, so there's nothing going to be wrong. So please do go for the tick mark of NRA sponsored rank, not the NRI one. If you are NRI, if you belong to NRI category, you will definitely go for it. So the first one is your personal information. Next, you have the communication details, where you will be going for the address column. You have you should go for your email ID, the telephone number. Do have two permanent telephone numbers in which you will be getting frequent messages from CLAT Consortium. So the second column, the second one is your communication details. The first one is your permanent, the personal details. Then you have communication details. Okay. The third stage where you have is the so-called appearing examinations. Now, if you are a class 12 student, and if you are writing this year the first attempt, what you have to go is appearing. Okay, the appearing column you have to fill, where you opt for humanities if at all your group of subjects are history, economics, political science, geography and such. If you belong to science stream, if you are from maths, physics, chemistry, do opt for the science stream. So 10+2 appearing science, 10+2 appearing humanities. Arts is for something where you have this music, okay, the other vocational courses too. Okay. Apart from that, if you are already done with your +2, if you have your percentage of marks being released, and if you have taken 1 year drop and you are appearing for this year, CLAT 2024, you got to go for this option called as appearing 12th standard and filling your marks, 12th standard marks. Next, after your personal details, after your communication details, after your so-called board appearing student, you need to go for this column called as reservation. Whether do you have any, which state you belong to, that is exactly your domicile. Domicile is something where generally varies from state to state. Now, for example, some states go in, say, if you are already there in certain states for more than 10 years, so there you get the domicile reservation. It's actually your vertical sort of reservation, domicile reservation. Apart from the horizontal reservation, which is based on quota. The horizontal reservation includes your OBC, EWS, PH category, SC and ST. Now, this particular quota of domicile, now there would be a particular column. You need to go for tick mark of whether you belong to Andhra Pradesh. Go for ticking that particular, yes, you belong to Andhra Pradesh. If you belong to Telangana, go for ticking that particular mark that yes, do you have a domicile quota of Telangana. So that would actually give you this domicile reservation. For example, recent update news, okay, from very good news with respect to most of the students from Rajasthan is that NLU Jodhpur has given 25% reservation quota, domicile quota. Okay, Nalsar you have domicile quota, NLSIU Bengaluru has domicile quota, DSNLU Visakhapatnam has domicile quota. Okay, West Bengal has domicile quota. Okay, so different universities now, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, okay, RMNLU Lucknow. So most of the NLUs are now are actually following this particular domicile quota reservation. Okay, so these are the pertinent information. Have a proper photograph. Go for this NRI sponsored mark. Have two permanent contact numbers. Okay, so these are the initial data which you got to fill in the application form. So the first thing, register yourself. Go to the CLAT 2024. Consortium website. Post the registering yourself. You got to fill all these details in application form. The next important thing which comes to you is updating of NLU preferences. Now this is very important. For example, you might be a student from Andhra Pradesh and you prefer going to you can say DSNU Visakhapatnam or the nearby Nalsar. So you might not prefer universities which are completely far away. No. Tier 1 universities should not be changed. We will be discussing about the preference list, which is so important. Take the guidance of your mentors wherever you are. Okay, we are always there to help you, I mean, with respect to the preference list and all. Be it the North Indian, for example, the university proximity might actually play a role, but if you're a South Indian, in fact, there are good universities which you can actually look on for. So the next important thing after your application process is your preference lists of NLUs, which is very important. The last thing which comes in your completion of this application process is payment. The payment process. Now, payment also, the amount also keeps varying based on the category which you belong to. Clearly fill in the details of the payment. Take a screenshot. Have clear-cut messages and all. Once that is done, your process of application is over. We're going to see about the preference list of which NLU comes in, which NLU preference has to be done. Thank you.